Hi, welcome to Miss Thomas's class. Today we're going to be making chocolate chip cookies. It's an oil-based recipe. The reason that we're making chocolate chip cookies today is to show you a couple different tricks and tips for when it comes to measuring, so pay close attention. Your first step is you're going to want to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Now that the oven is preheating, we're going to start mixing our cookies together. The first thing that we're going to do is measure out the flour. When you measure flour, you want to make sure that you sift it with a fork first. This makes sure that the flour is not packed on top of each other, because if it is packed, that gives you an inaccurate measurement. When you add your eggs in, you want to make sure that you crack them over a bowl, that you're not the bowl with all of your ingredients in it. Because if you get a shell, or sometimes you get a double yolk or even a bloody egg, you don't want that in your cookies. So I'm going to be cracking it over this bowl right here. I'll go ahead and move these things out of the way so you can see what I'm doing. So we'll take the first egg and I just crack it on the side like this, and then split it open. And this thing's good, no double yolks, no shells. Alright, next we will be measuring out our brown sugar. When we measure brown sugar, you want to make sure that the recipe calls for packed brown sugar. What this means is that when we measure it out, you fill up the cup, and then you're going to take your spoon and pack it down into the cup. You keep repeating this process until your measuring cup is full. Needs a couple more scoops. And if you do it right, you should get a nicely packed form. You can see the shape of the cup in your brown sugar. Alright, now we're going to measure out our white sugar. Unlike the brown sugar, the white sugar, you do not need to pack it. You don't need to sift it like flour. You can just measure it straight from the bowl. And then you can get the back of a spoon or something and use it as a leveling agent to just make sure that you get exactly what the recipe calls for. And then we'll add this into our bowl. best part, adding in the chocolate chips. These are just easy, pour in and stir. Okay, our cookies are ready to go in the oven. I recommend doing about a spoonful per cookie. They do expand in the oven. I can fit about 12 on a 9x13 sheet, and they will now cook for 10 to 15 minutes. If you're at a higher altitude, the time will be a little bit less, so if you live at higher altitude, just watch your cookies when they reach about 8-9 minutes. See if they're brown, or see if the bottoms are starting to brown a little bit and you want the tops to be still soft.